Ladies and gentlemen, there was recently an incident where a boss called the police to do a welfare check on an employee because they left work early. Well, this boss got dragged pretty badly on social media. If you want to know what's going on when an employee leaves early, how about just talking to the employee? What the hell are you calling the police for? That boss sounds like a complete Karen, for real. So maybe they had something going on. People leave work for a variety of reasons. They got personal business they have to take care of. They may have a child that they have to get to a doctor. They themselves may be sick. And that's why they left early. So it's a number of reasons. Why not just talk to your employee if you want to know what's going on? Why the hell would you call the police? Wow, this is unbelievable. What is a welfare check? When the police shows up and kills someone. That's a welfare check in America. We know what that is. So the internet slams a boss who called the police on an employee after she left work early. All right, y'all. So this post actually went viral, and this incident happened in Tennessee. Now, the woman that left early was a daycare worker, and she said her former boss once called the police to perform a welfare check because she left work early, posting it on Reddit's anti-work forum under the name real underscore card 7880. The worker wrote, I left work early for a high fever. So she had a fever. She left early. And one of her assistant general managers busted down. She said, called the police and they came busting down my door an hour later. So she was sick. She left. And an hour later, the cops were busting down her door over this boss. So if the cops were performing a welfare check, why not knock on the door and give the person a chance to come and answer? Why are you busting down the door? Wow. Yeah, but that's a welfare check in America. So the post amassed over 27,000 upvotes and more than 1,000 comments from stunned folks that were over there on Reddit. And they were saying that the boss was a nut job. According to the Law Dictionary, a welfare or wellness check is when a police officer drops by an individual home to make sure they are okay. But how are you doing that if you're busting a door down? Knock on the door, let the person have a chance to come to the door and answer. Many times, welfare checks are requested by a person's friend, family, or neighbors after they suddenly and or unexpectedly lose touch with the person. To request a welfare check, the Law Dictionary said people can contact police by calling 911 or a non-emergency line, which is true. You do have those options. If the police go to the location and find that the person is in good health and it was likely a miscommunication, why were you unable to get a hold of him or her? They will notify you and let you know. The Law Dictionary said, however, if the police find that a person is injured, sick, or already deceased, they will call for medical assistance immediately, as well as contact you to come to the scene. If they will stay at the home until you arrive. But we know it does not go like that at all in America, because that is, I'm trying to think of that woman's name in Texas. Y'all know who I mean. I just can't think about it right now. A Tatiana Jefferson. That was a welfare or wellness check, and it turned out to be deadly. She's no longer here. So that's usually how it's handled in America. So, before conducting a welfare check, the law dictionary says individuals should be certain that their loved one is in danger. Unfortunately, it seems as though you real underscore card 7880 former boss didn't get this memo. In her post, she said she arrived at work one morning feeling fine, but as the day progressed, she started feeling tired and sick. When the assistant general manager caught, this person, that's real underscore card 7880, resting during the child's nap time, she took, I guess she took offense to that. But this woman ended up taking her temperature, and she said it was at 102 degrees. So she clearly had a fever. And she's an amazing woman, immediately sent me home with instructions not to return until I fell below 100 degrees or better. I went home, I popped some pills, I fell asleep on the couch. An hour later, she was awoken to the sound of pounding on her door. When she looked through the peephole, she saw her general manager standing there. She was screaming that I need to come back to work. And I didn't tell her I left. So without a positive a test, a pandemic test, I had to come back. What? Wait, your boss sent you home, told you don't come back until your fever falls below 100 degrees. Then she showed up at your door screaming? Oh, this is definitely Karen, y'all. This is definitely. I had to come back to work, and adding that she simply ignored her boss because she was still sick. After a couple of minutes, I get a call from my mom, who lives 4 hours away, sobbing that my general manager called her saying I was missing. I'm livid at this point because I had to explain to my mom what happened as my boss starts banging on my door. I walked to the door and yanked it open with my mom still on the phone when I see police officers outside. This woman called the police for a welfare check, she continued. After explaining to the officers I was fine and just sick, she smugly walks up to me and says that I freaking quote, I knew you were there. You need to come back immediately. We have no one to cover you. I'll wait out here to follow you. At that point, real underscore card 7880 told her boss to F off. And I don't blame her. I never went back and put in a report to the corporate branch. From what my friends told me, they canned her after the investigation, she concluded. So her boss did lose her job, but your boss instructs you to go home and then comes knocking like some frantic idiot at your door telling you gotta come back. Man, this is the craziest mess I ever heard in my life. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. Who the F calls their employees' parents and lie that they're effing missing? Exactly. This is what Sebastian 13 wrote. So, Who the heck was watching the kids while she was out stalking you at your house? Exactly. If somebody needed to be there, how come the boss just didn't stay at the job? Somebody wrote, Jesus effing Christ. That nut job should never be let around children again. You rad boy. That's what he wrote. What really irritates me lately is companies assuming you're not sick if you don't have the pandemic. They are still on other illnesses. There are still other illnesses in the world. Yeah, that's true. You can be sick from a multitude of things, not just one thing. Well, what a terrible experience. I sure hope nobody got a boss that's going to do something like that, call the police and have them running out to your house, pounding on the door, almost sounding like they're going to break the door down because you left your job early. Boy, these people have lost it for real. Y'all gonna have to tell me what you think about this crazy, crazy behind story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.